What's up, everybody? Hi, everybody there. This is William from New South Wales. I got 2014 Nissan Pulsar ST model. It's 1.8. I got a friend of mine. He was complaining about transmission, kind of like shifting when RPM goes up and down. The transmission doesn't know exactly which gear is it. Keep going up and down when you're driving, accelerating on the petrol on it. So he took it to transmission place, diagnosed it, and they say they have to replace the transmission, and they give him an estimate about $4,000 to $4,500 to replace the whole transmission. And he called me up. I said, just bring it here, let me check the oil. And I know these type of car, Nissan CVT transmission, they have to be changed every 40,000 kilometers on it, and which this guy, he never did. He just ignored it. He kept driving, putting petrol on it, and he just keep going until the whole thing's kept, shut down the transmission. So what I did, I said, let me drain the oil from underneath the pan, and all what I have about just like 3 liters for fluid, transmission fluid, and it was just pretty bad. And I couldn't get the rest of them out because the design of the transmission pan for the Nissan, this model, is just really weird. This is the actually pan. This is the 19 millis drain for the transmission fluid from underneath the car. I pulled it out because I want to get to the filter, which does have filter, but it's not really filter. It's just like got the mush on it. And I pulled that one too. I'm going to show you where it is. I cleaned it with a petrol and blew some air in there, trying to get all the dirt and make sure it's clean, so that way at least suck the oil transmission to the pump from underneath the car. This is the design of the transmission. That's why I got just 3 liters from transmission. Look at this one. When you take the bolt, this is 19 millis. It's very short, and this one stays in there. This one holds at least about 3.5 liters to 4 liters in the transmission, so you cannot get it the whole transmission fluid from this car, the 2014 model. And in order to do that, you have to use a pump. Of course, these are the magnet, was full with the plates. Looks like these 2 magnet here. I gotta clean them up real nice and put them back again. It had a lot of plate. Looks like the pressure plates was ruined because they never changed the transmission fluid. And this, the funny thing, I got this my favorite drink. This is the transmission fluid. It's just completely burned. I took a sample so I can show them exactly what's going on. It's just completely burned black, just gone, shut, So for all the folks out there, when you drain the transmission from underneath, you gotta use the pump from the top. If you don't have a pump, you can take the plate out, but make sure you gotta put like a pan, big pan, because you're gonna get 3 liters. At least take a bolt, because these are the bolt for transmission mount to the bolt you see here. You gotta take all the bolt and tilt one of them, take them completely off, and put underneath the pan, so that way when it drips, it doesn't splash everywhere. It's gonna go to the pan, then you can remove the complete plate and clean it up and put it back again. And the type of pump I'm talking about, this is suction pump. You can buy it on eBay. This pump, you use it for the Mercedes-Benz and BMWs when you change the oil. It's very handy. And I don't know how much they run, about 120, 140, depends where you're buying from. So they're really good, you can work on it. And make sure this type is 2014. Sorry, the model. when you drain the complete oil, the transmission oil, and it takes about 7.1 liters transmission. 7.1. I got it from McGrath. I have a count with him, so I got each one. These type you use. It's NS3. That's special for transmission for the Nissan, the Nissan Pulsar, the 2014, the ST model. I got 2 of them. Each one cost me about 90 bucks, so I paid 180 for both. That's with my discount, 10% discount, plus GST. That's $180. I'm gonna use like almost both of them, you know. So 7.1 is gonna be less, you know, but 9.9, yeah. And I got today rain. I couldn't do the finish of the job, so let me put something so I can lay down. I can show you exactly the transmission, the filter. When you remove it, you gotta clean it, man. You have to clean it to make sure it's not plugged, because it's not a filter, it's just screen, and it's got to be cleaned with petrol and blow some air. This is from underneath the car. See this filter? It's right here. Got 3 bolts, 10 millis, 10 millis on it. You take it out, and they got neck, goes to the slot, have a O seal. You take that one, when you put it back after cleanup, lubricate that one with the tranny oil, slide it in there, and tied up these bolts, and that's it. And you're all done with that one. So I'm gonna try to fix this transmission with the fresh oil and drive it, test it. Hopefully it's gonna solve the problem. That'll save him, you know, like $4,500, how much they request to remove the transmission, replace it. So I thought to go a cheaper way, costs about $200, $180 for the oil, and also you gotta use the seal, the gasket maker seal, so that way at least sealed, so no leaking from the pan. And this is how it is underneath the car. That's the pan, and the sump for the plug. Yeah, the 19 millis comes right here. When you drain the oil, take the 3 liters from here, and the rest of it, if you have a pump, then you have to go here. There is a little neck. I don't know if you can see it. It's just very hard. It's just, I'm gonna put my hand in there so I can show you. That's what you fill up the tranny after you finish your job, and it's right there. You see that one? It's right there. That's one. It has a little plug on the top of it. See that one? My finger is pointing. It's right there. That's a filler. Where you fill up, you gotta put like long neck, transmission funnel, and so you can fill it up from here after you finish. So you make sure you put about 7.1 liter, and the plug for that one, for the tranny, after you finish, make sure you put it. This is the one here. That's the plug. It's just weird. I don't know. This doesn't have a dipstick, long one. Just got short one. So got a little slide in there. So when you do it, you put it in there. You lock it on the slider, so it goes through inside here. And that's how it's. And I'll let you know exactly after I finish if it's gonna work or not. Otherwise, you have to, because I saw some metal, a lot of metal debris in there, because the oil is gone. There was no lubricant in there, so that's why they kept overheating. And the metal pressure plates with the fiber plates, pressure plates looks like was hitting, is kept eating the metal, so that's why. So when I pulled the magnet, this is the pan, this magnet was just full with the metal in here. So make sure. Some people I've seen in the YouTube, they're pulling up after they drain the plate in the transmission from the plug, which this one here, they get about 3 liters. I mean, 3 liters, that's not. This one takes about 7.1, like I said, 7.1 liter. So there's no way you can get them out unless we use a pump from the top. That's where you fill up, pump. You just slide it there, those tubes, and you pump it, so you suck all the rest of the oil, about 3 liters and a half sucks from the top. If you don't have it, like I said, you lose all these bolts except you leave one, whatever, which one you put in there, the one here, you leave this one here, the rest of them take them out, then you lose the one that's tilted, this one here, you lose it up, so that way you tilt the plate. When you tilt the plate, the whole transmission comes down, but make sure you have collector in there, like a pan, big pan, so that way you don't make a mess in your home. Then maybe your wife or your mom's going to be complaining about the oil. You're going to have a lot of work to clean it up. So this is how it is, and so hopefully after I'm going to go grab a gasket maker so I can just seal it up, because this one, it came up with the washer. It's just weird. Usually they have a seal in there, and this one, I don't know, maybe they did work on it before he bought from the auction. This is the gasket. This is kind of like a metal, but I'm sure this one's not gonna hold. So what I'm gonna do, put a sealer, put this one, put another coat of sealer on the top of it, so it goes underneath here, sealer on the plate, and top goes to the body, so that way there's no leak. I'll leave it for 1 hour to cure, then I'll put the transmission fluid. After it cure 1 hour, then I'll put transmission, then I'll start the car. So hopefully when I drive, it's gonna go back normal. Let's keep our finger crossed, and I'll let you know. I give you update on this one is 1.8 2014 Nissan ST model. Okay, see you guys later. Bye.